What massively improved your mental health? Sleep. It's the single most important determinant of health, and almost no one seems to know or take it seriously. Prioritizing sleep makes everything else in your body work better. Realizing that in most instances, I'm not responsible for the feelings of others. It took a lot of self-blame off my shoulders. Edit for clarity. This is not a license to be discourteous. Here is an example. You are 35 and single. Your mom really wants you to get married, but you have no desire to do so. This really upsets her, but this choice of yours, and you don't have to carry the burden of her feelings. Example 2. My spouse had a bad day at work. She comes home upset and distraught. She yells at me, venting her feelings. My past self would put a blame on me. Now I realize that that's her feelings, and I can help her through it to the best of my ability, but that burden in hers to carry, knowing it's okay to leave some people behind. I love my family very much. 1,800 miles away, 5,650 miles for me, visiting them at the moment and feeling terrible for wanting to jump in the first flight back home. I'm very different from my family, and I'm trying to conciliate both of our worlds since I kind of feel like I'm abandoning them and being judgmental of their way of living. I pity my sister and low-key resent my mom, and I'm feeling so terribly. I'm extremely sad, and I know that all I do when I'm not here is just erase them from my mind. I text them and talk to them, but it's not the same. I feel a lot of guilt. ETA, I didn't expect so many people to relate to that. Not drinking, going to therapy, lots of self-honesty. Dude! The not drinking thing was huge in my life. I am very proud of you for stopping a harmful behavior. It's not easy. Self-honesty seems to come easier when the drinking isn't there to hide from it. Keep it up. You're doing great. I stopped looking back. Not going that way, so reversing out of my driveway has become much more fun since I started doing this too. Learning how to not give a fuck about those who don't give a fuck about you. Nature. People still overlook this simple thing, and it's hard for many to find nature where they live. I took a trip to the mountains and had never felt more relaxed in my life. Then I moved near the water. I instantly saw my mental health improve after living in the city for many years. I think when you realize that so much is alive all around us, it makes you stop and think how small we really are. Being in the forest is like an instant antidepressant for me. Quit teaching high school, got divorced, so much less stress. I finally quit smoking, I quit teaching, and it's done wonders for my mental health. Sad to hear that about teaching. I went to school for education up until it got to the part where you observe a classroom. Immediately quit that major. Realizing I was an extrovert with social anxiety rather than an introvert, and working to overcome that anxiety. This is me, and it sucks. Sometimes I can talk non-stop if I'm comfortable, sometimes I go out for dinner, and something sets me off and I hardly make a peep. I don't know. Can maybe be caused by generic, uninteresting topics too. As I grew older, I decided to care less and less about more and more. Why? MMV. I'm not as successful with it with kids. Kids grow up and their circumstances change, and the things I need to care about or let go change as well. On the flip side, I decided to care more about some things that have more impact on my life and mental well-being. Adopting a cat. It really helped with my loneliness, and it's just nice to have an animal that's always affectionate and happy to see you. My 2 kitty boys have done wonders for me mentally. Having my own space, being away from everyone. Recently moved into my first apartment alone, and my mental health soared. Living paycheck to paycheck isn't fun since cost of living is terrible where I'm at, but man, coming home to your own space will really boost those dopamine levels. 8 weeks off work and some cognitive behavioral therapy. Really though, being away from work has been the best, and I actually feel recharged. I go back to work tomorrow. Meditation and quitting alcohol. Also cleaning up diet. I feel immediately, palpably, unmistakably worse now if I eat something greasy, bready, carby, processed, etc. Many people don't realize the difference because they eat that way so often that they're tolerant to it and don't realize how much better you're capable of feeling when your body is not chronically undergoing mild inflammatory responses and the like. Knowing that just because I don't have a romantic partner doesn't mean I'm not loved. Friends can also love you. Sometimes friends love you as much or more. Extended vacations that involves flying to another country or state. I took a 2-week trip to Japan almost 5 years ago. It's just now starting to wear off and I need another one. It's amazing what a weekend on Mount Hakone can do. Ketamine. I thought my lifelong depression was actually pretty much handled when I began the treatments for my lingering low energy. By the 4th session, I felt what I had never felt before in my life. A desire to get out of bed and accomplish something. Excitement about my possible future even. I stopped taking 3-hour naps. I stopped giving up on trying to meet goals or improve myself. Everyone in my life noticed a huge difference. 8 months later, I'm doing another round, and it is expensive and inconvenient, but I have no doubt it's the best thing for me I could spend my dollars and time on. I stopped allowing myself to negotiate with myself about the things I had to do. Gym. No ifs or buts, just go. Food. Stop allowing yourself every craving. Veggies and protein first. Doctors. Stop waiting for things to get worse. Anxieties. Don't dwell on it. Do it faster and then it's over with. Or decide and accept never to do it. I learned that pretty much everything I needed to do, I physically could, and that my mind was the only barrier, so I stopped letting myself debate it. Quitting weed. I was suffering from a severe case of brain fog and was zombieing through life. Afterwards, I was able to hold conversations again and retain information. My confidence in my mental abilities came back, and now 7 years sober, I'm so glad I got to turn this thing around. Quitting social media like Facebook. The days of spiraling because I saw something severely depressing and or infuriating are few and far between these days. Finally starting my medical transition at the age of 39, ending 25 years of clinical depression. Strangely, my best friend's girlfriend's dad. He's a good man, and he's faced his own difficulties, if that's to say the least. More so, he's kept a kind heart, and when I least expected it, he offered the most support. We can relate to each other's problems, and he's provided the most solid advice and help I could have needed. It goes without saying, I'm still alive because of his support. I see a therapist now, and I'm making changes to my life in order to improve. I drink much less, don't use as many recreational drugs anymore, and try to get out to nature more. It's small steps, but I'm getting there. Apologies for the story time. It helps to write it down too. If you're also struggling, my messages are open to all. Taking vitamin D and B supplements and getting enough sleep. Rely helped reduce excessive thinking and fixating on negative things from my past. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. See you soon. Bye.